And welcome back to the Doug Karns program here on All Noise Radio. 267-495-4866 is my voicemail line. You can leave me a voicemail at any time, or you can email me at dougkarnsprogram@gmail.com. All right, Joe, let's finish up with this documentary here and come back and talk about it.
To a politician telling you what the laws are.
Wall Street is demonic. It's evil. They are guilty.
Wall Street is demonic.
This guy, he uses some big words. You'll see.
Demonic. He looks like he's like bombed out of his mind. He can't even look straight. He's wobbling back and forth. So I'm pretty sure he's just a drunk homeless guy just wandering into the Occupy movement.
Hey, you found some signs.
We are breaking all the commandments.
We are literally making you and this capitalist monster irrelevant.
So your question is, am I against profit?
Yes. I mean, is profit wrong or evil?
Yeah, I'm against capitalism.
I mean, I think corporations in general are bad.
You are? Oh, is that the new iPhone?
No, this is the old iPhone that is broken.
Can we please?
So he points out, is that an iPhone after she just bashed corporations?
I don't like capitalism.
I'm
against big corporations.
But then she's using her iPhone to find out news updates, talk to her friends. Probably has some drama going on with her group of friends at that time. She's probably like dealing with it, texting on her awesome iPhone.
But she doesn't like big corporations. She's not using the phone.
The iPhone, Joe, I told you, the iPhone comes from the iPhone tree.
Yes,
and
not the corporations.
No.
Not the big corporations.
That's just stupid. The corporations are there just to steal money from us.
Yes.
They're not there to create products that we use every day and make a profit.
No.
And create jobs. No, they're not there for that. They're just there to steal money from us.
Steal money.
Steal the wealth.
We'll get our iPhones and iPads from the tree.
The tree, exactly. The iPhone, iPad tree. And really, come on now. Corporations, they create the jobs, right? And when I get tired of when people say wealth's not created, it's stolen. Okay, let's see. How many televisions did we have in 1950 compared to how many televisions we have in a household now in 2011?
Yeah.
Like every household had maybe one television if you're middle class and up. But now, almost, I know from people on welfare, they have 2 TVs in their house.
Oh yeah, people on welfare, they have several TVs. They have BMWs and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and okay, but besides that, if you move all the way up, a lot more people have a lot more stuff. So this stuff was created somehow. It wasn't like it was just given out to them. So wealth was created to have all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like they were handed out from the government. People had to earn money and to gain more of these things.
Oh, back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Nowadays,
government
just hands you
I
stuff.
expect the government to give me my new iPhone.
Well, that's their job.
It is.
That's why they're there.
I want them to take care of me.
They have to.
They need to feed me. They need to clothe me. They need to tell me what to eat and what not to eat. Oh, it's so annoying.
Have a moment of silence. For a great visionary. Steve Jobs. But he made the iPhone. Exactly. An iPad. You're a Microsoft guy.
Boo! Boo, Steve Jobs! He gave us so many cool things, but I hate him. Like, come on. Like, does he... People just don't get it. They really don't.
I love how they all, repeat after me.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the time,
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
You all have a good night. You all have a good night.
This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
I want to thank you all for coming out today.
I want to thank you all for coming out today.
I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Now let me see your hand signs.
Now let me see your hand signs.
Now thank you for that.
Now thank you for that.
Oh my God, they're zombies. Zombies!
Zombies!
Clear what they're against. Capitalism, Wall Street, and deodorant. But what are they for?
I would replace it with communism.
Anarchy.
Primitivism.
What is that? Like hunter-gatherer?
Sure, and early farm life. But yeah, primitivism.
But you know how many people are going to die if you go back to a hunter-gatherer?
She looks really confused right now because he's like, do you know how many people are going to die since we get all our food from the trucking system and from companies that manufacture the food and drive it to our supermarket?
She has no idea that she'd probably be the first one to die.
Yeah, exactly.
If we went back to that system.
Because guess what? There's not enough farmland for everybody. So first come, first serve, and I guarantee she's not moving from New York City anytime soon.
No.
Decided, people who can't hunt or can't gather.
You learn. And, I mean, this might sound terribly cold, but it's a fact of life. Everything dies.
Oh,
wow.
Everything dies.
I'm glad she told us that.
This is the best of America. They are just so compassionate. Like, they really do not want anybody to die, except for when it comes to their agenda.
Yeah.
Like, listen.
Oh, they conveniently fit it in.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Yeah. If grandma dies, grandma dies. I mean, what's it to me?
Get a choice for no pot for a lifetime, or take down the entire investment banking system. Which would you choose?
Oh, I like pot, but I'm not an egomaniac. It's more important that the system be taken down.
Oh, thank you for that, sir. Thank you. I'm glad you put aside your values just to help out the Occupy movement. I mean, that's big of him, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
To just drop his pot like that.
Wonderful. It's so selfless.
He's very righteous.
Unselfish.
Very righteous. I'm proud to be associated with him as being an American.
What a guy.
Really not sure if they have a handle on basic economics. What is credit?
Credit? Money that doesn't actually exist?
What is a stock?
No idea.
I would say all consumer debt, I would say revolving debt, credit card debt, mortgage debt should be abolished, and the bank...
So he wants all this debt that people racked up abolished?
So why aren't they protesting these universities? These young kids, they're there, they don't want to pay their debt off.
Exactly.
These universities are charging them ridiculous
amount
of money.
Who created these loans for the universities? Who signed for them? Who signed for the credit card paper? When they got it in the mail. Who signed for the mortgage?
Them.
Yeah, the people who
them
actually
their
want
parents.
the. Yeah, this is what happens when you enter into a contract. You need to pay it off.
You gotta hold up your end of it.
Exactly. Like, I'm tired of people thinking like, oh well, I can't pay this off, so I need help. No,
it's like making a bet on the Eagles. Oh, I'll bet you $10 that they beat the Cardinals this weekend.
And then not giving
they lose.
Yeah, not giving them the money.
I can't pay you now.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Your bookie's going to be coming after you.
Yeah.
I don't know about after $10, but knowing that people drop $100,000 on a game
should be abolished.
The idea of debt is completely silly.
So there shouldn't be any debt.
There shouldn't be any debt. No.
So, how would you get a mortgage to buy a house?
It's not as simple as that.
Yeah, but...
Oh, it's not as simple as that. So, how complex does it have to be to get a house?
Well, you should be given it for free.
So, if I go Doug, the, pursuing home owner, go to you, Joe, the bank, and I say, listen, I want to sign papers and pay you every month for 30 years to get a house.
Okay.
That's not simple enough, is it?
It's not that simple, like she said.
No, it's more complex. It's more like
very much.
We're communists, and we take the house that you earned and we give it to somebody else. That's the complexity that they're looking for.
Wall Street people pay taxes like everybody else.
They don't pay the same amount of taxes.
Of course they do.
Percentage-wise, they don't.
They pay more.
Why is people like Paris Hilton paying less in taxes than a struggling airline pilot trying to support his family? It's not right. Okay? It's not right.
That's not really true, though. The richer you are, the higher tax rate is.
It's not the higher tax rate.
Okay, on the screen right now it says, 15%. Anybody makes up to $34,000 gets a 15% tax rate, and then it goes up from there. And then from anything above $379,000, you pay 35%. So obviously, Paris Hilton pays more taxes than an airline pilot.
Well, those numbers go out the door when you're talking to Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah,
protesters.
they're fed lies, and then they believe them. But all right, let's just finish the video here.
10%. What should be their total percent of the tax burden?
The top 10% of this country
This is great right here. Everybody listen up because
Love
this guy gets pretty much schooled. Because he in his mind, he's being very fair. And it turns out that that's already actually happening.
Probably 30.
Do you know that the top 10% pay 65% of the total tax burden?
I did not know that.
I did not know that. Well, I thank you, sir, for informing me. I'm going to leave Occupy Wall Street now.
Now we can go home.
My job here is done. Oh, man.
I'm not sure if this kind of radical agenda was really representative of what the group as a whole stood for. These guys do seem a bit hardcore.
George Bush or Stalin?
There's no difference. One does it with bullets, one does it with money.
George Bush or Hitler?
There's no difference.
Who is more damaging to the United States? Wall Street executives or Al Qaeda?
I would say that I don't know that I could say that one is more damaging than the other.
Joe, could you just right now, just off the top of your head, explain to me how Wall Streeters are as equal to Al Qaeda?
I have no idea why she has to think about that.
Seriously, it's obviously a rational thought, so you should be able just to tell me right now.
Well,
exactly.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
I mean, really, if I had a nickel for every Wall Street banker that I saw suicide bomb, my area, I'd be a rich guy right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they seriously, you see the big fat banker, right, big in the suit, and you see him go, oh, like he's trying to be like Al Qaeda, but he can't get the high pitch like Al Qaeda, like, he kind of he's fat and he's a big fat cat banker, and he straps on a suicide vest and he goes, and he bombs. I mean, they're just like Al Qaeda.
I hate those people. I hate them worse than the actual terrorists.
Exactly, because they're stealing our wealth and they're suicide bombing our kids.
They're really affecting my life right now.
They are.
To the point where I can't pay for anything.
Yeah.
I'm so broke.
Because
we pay all the taxes.
Exactly. We pay all the taxes, and they receive all the taxes.
I hate it.
All right, on some unrelated news, Joe, there's this Seattle Occupy movement, if you haven't heard about it.
No, not Seattle.
Well, let's just say there's not enough bathrooms. So what do you do when there's not enough bathrooms?
Well, you just go.
When you gotta go, you gotta go, right?
I mean, these Seattle people have to find some way to get on the map.
Yeah, exactly. So. I know. Nobody cares about Seattle. So apparently there's this video on theblaze.com, and these people were taking a video with their phone of this guy taking a dump right in the middle of the sidewalk. And we're gonna bless you with this audio.
Well, we think this...
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'm videotaping it. He's taking a dump.
And, yeah, he's literally squatting against the trash can.
I got it on video. So.
Like, right in traffic. Like, everybody's watching him. Just taking a dump.
Hey, you gotta go, you gotta go.
I'm sending this...
Can't blame him. Notice he's hiding from the protesters, but not
the
from
traffic.
Whoever watches this video, this is what we have to deal with all day.
Oh, that must be lovely. I mean, if the horses can poop in the street, I think people should be able to poop in the street.
Why not? We're all equal.
Yeah, we're all equal. We're all animals together. We can do the same thing. Oh, my gosh. These protests are getting out of control. All right, we'll be right back after this.